Hey YouTubers, how's it going? As always, thank you for stopping by and I hope this video finds you well. We're back in the kitchen. Today we're going to make a Cuban classic dish called bistec en cazuela. Translate that means basically steak in a pot, but it's more like a steak casserole, maybe even a steak stew. Not quite sure how to describe it. This is a very simple recipe that is often made with like bottom of the line. Very budget friendly ingredients. Been getting a lot of messages on social media, some comments and suggestions, people saying that I should do cheap, easy to make quick recipes. If you're walking around with Nikes in your feet and perhaps an iPhone in your pocket, perhaps you may want to consider cutting corners in all the places other than your nutrition, but I'm just saying. So nevertheless, if you're new here, my name is JC. This is the Cuban Redneck DIY channel where we do cooking and grilling videos on Tuesdays, DIY stuff for all types on Fridays. If you're looking for something specific, the routine is very simple. Just click on the title of the channel where you will find a dedicated playlist to every topic that we cover. As I said earlier, bistec en cazuela is a very budget-conscious Cuban recipe that relies or is often done with bottom-of-the-line ingredients. For this particular recipe, I chose it to make with a pack from Walmart. This is a very thinly cut Tom Brown steak, and it's about 1.3, 1.4 pounds. It was like $5.75. This is a cut of beef that is known for being chewy, somewhat tasteless, hard. But don't worry about it. This is going to be very tender and very flavorful. We're going to put it in the Instapot and make something out of nothing. And I know that a lot of the purists are going to have an issue with my rendition of bistec en cazuela, but as Emerald says, we're going to kick it up a notch. So check this out. Anyone who follows my channel knows that I'm big into marinades. And for this bistec en cazuela recipe, I made a quick red mojo. Yes, mojo is not a Cuban thing. Mojo comes to us via Islas Canarias in Spain, where you'll find red mojo, green mojo, and other varieties. This red mojo marinade is a simple mixture consisting of 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, paprika, oregano, and cumin, 1 bay leaf, 1/4 cup of sour oranges. If you don't have access to sour oranges, see my mojo video for alternatives. A 1/2 cup of tomato sauce, a 1/2 cup of broth, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, a tablespoon of tomato paste. I'm using sun-dried tomato pesto. I simply like how that tastes, but if you're a purist, please stick to tomato paste. Mix everything well, add your beef, and marinate it for a minimum of 3 to 4 hours. But as always, overnight is better. It has now been about 5 to 6 hours and we are ready to cook our bistec en cazuela, but not before adding about 1.5 cups of onions and bell peppers. I froze these so that they don't break down too much during the cooking process. This is as far as a Cuban bistec en cazuela goes, but as I said earlier, I'm going to kick this up a notch. So I'm adding a few young potatoes and carrots. Mushrooms are also a great addition, but I don't have. So with that in place, let's put our bowl into the Instapot, where we're going to cook this for 25 minutes on high in pressure cook mode. Once the timer has expired, we're going to turn off the Instapot and allow it for natural release. About 15 minutes later, this is what we have. Without a doubt, an awesome, made from scratch, hearty meal in 30 minutes. Today, I'm pairing my bistec en cazuela with white rice and fried sweet plantains, and I hope that if you have an Instapot, you give this recipe a try. My name is JC and this is the Cuban Redneck YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and I will see you next week with a new, not necessarily Cuban recipe.